Hi everyone, this is Lavina here, and I just want to share that all of us are going through a major throat chakra recalibration right now. Whenever you find this video, and what I mean by that is that not just in our energy body but in our physical body as well, like the subatomic particles, the like at the cellular level, everything is realigning. The subatomic particles, at cellular level, they're all realigning to go back into the perfect alignment because of the choices that we have made in the past. And if there is a misalignment in our throat chakra, it's coming back into balance. And we are being shown how, and in this video I'm going to share with you like what you can do to support it. How do you know that you are actually going through this throat chakra alignment in your life right now? It can be either you are going through like a physical sore throat or something related to throat, which I am, but it doesn't have to be just that, because all of these recalibrations, they come to our attention in the way they can get our attention the most. So for example, for me it's important, like the physical health is important, and I get like, oh my god, okay, like there's something happening, if like something happened with my physical body. But for you, maybe like your relationships are important, and probably with the communication or the self-expression or like the silence as well, because silence has sound as well, like it's an expression. So like all of these things might be happening in your relationships, or something might be happening in your career. So whichever way, throat chakra can get your attention, that oh okay, like there's something happening and this is where I need to make certain different choices to support this alignment that's happening at a larger scale and to make most of it. So like it can happen in different areas of our life. It doesn't have to be just like if you're getting a sore throat or some throat related issue, you're going through a throat chakra realignment. Like each one of us in different areas of our life are going through it right now. Whichever way it can take our attention, get our attention, that yes, I need to make some different choices. So these are the things that I'm noticing in my life, and some of the people that I'm working with, they are going through it this way. And you might be going through this way as well. And the number one thing that's happening with a lot of people that I'm talking to, and myself as well, is creating a new relationship with silence, with really understanding like silence from a different perspective, really releasing the judgment around silence, that silence means no, or the silence means there's no one there, or the silence means that there's something wrong with us. So we are going or entering into this new relationship with silence, because silence in itself is sound as well. Everything is made of sound. Silence has sound as well. So there's like this so like this can go in like different directions. But like what I'm really coming across is that, so like these are the different cases that I've heard, right, like around, like from the people, right? So for example, let's say that you have done your best with something, however, in terms of feedback, there's just silence, and you're not getting any feedback from anyone on like how you did, or like how, like what you are doing, kind of thing. And then our mind can go into different several places, right? Okay, so probably I didn't do that well, or like all different sorts of places. But we really need to understand the meaning of silence there. The silence or the pause, it does not mean that there's something wrong with us or we didn't do well or anything, right? Or you might be waiting for some results, right? Let's say you're waiting for something for so long and all you can hear is just like silence. That silence does not mean that there's nothing in progress. There are things in progress. We are being really asked to become comfortable with silence, and really utilize that time to go inwards, to really listen to what does this silence really mean versus staying in our mind and looping into different thoughts. So we are really being asked to look beyond that. Silence does not mean that you are not supported. So, for example, let's say that our angels and guides, right? They're always with us, like always talking to us. Our inner voice is always talking to us, but we cannot hear it from our visible ears, like most of us. Some people who are clairaudient, they can hear voices, but most of us don't. So it does not mean that they are not there. The God is not there with us. The God is there. It's just that the way that these angels and guides and God, they're talking to us is in different ways. It's in signs and synchronicities, or through different people, or through different situations in our life. We are always in conversation with the God and the angels and the guides. It does not, silence does not mean that they are not there for us. It just means that they are asking us to look inward and be really present in our body so we can really listen to what they are trying to say. So, we are entering this really new relationship with silence. And I just want to say that if you are going through something in your life right now where you feel that there is just silence and you're not hearing back on what you are really waiting for, then I want you to stay put. Like, I really encourage you to just stay there because the progress is happening. So, I really want you to be in that energy of that, yes, silence does not mean that there's something negative or nothing is happening. Silence, let's just be in the energy of we know that it's progressing in my favor. Things are progressing in my favor. It's just that they are at a level that it's not like really visibly, like visibly, like can be seen in front of me as a result. But it doesn't mean, it could probably mean that it might be really close to result as well, or halfway there. But there is progress happening. um and also, like, I've noticed like a really natural flow of words as well. Like, that's the difference I've noticed in my throat chakra, that all of a sudden, like, I would come up with some ideas and I will just like find different ways. For example, right now, like, I'm not able to, because I have sore throat and everything, so I'm not able to shoot a video. So what I did was, like, I created like some notes on whatever is coming up for throat chakra, and I'm now like recording it, I'm making an audio recording. So, like, the words are just like flowing, and sometimes, like, I'm also looking back at my video, I'm like, oh my god, like, did I really say that? Oh wow, okay, like, I, like, right now, like, I wouldn't have said that. So also, like, it feels like I'm just like all the words are coming like really deep down from my pelvis, like my truth, and they are just like flowing outwards. And there is like more flexibility in terms of me, like, allowing my words to just flow without trying to hold, without trying to, like, without being in the fear of like what would other people say, and I'm just like allowing more easily my words to flow. So this is something that you can watch as well. And also, a lot of us are like, in terms of our voice, like really catching up with our own rhythm. Like, we used to label, like, we have labeled things, right? Like, if we speak slowly, it means no one is interested in us, or like speaking fast, like that's how people are going to like stick with what we are saying. But we are really understanding and releasing everything about, okay, like, I don't care what people think about how I speak, or like, I just know that what I am talking about, there are certain people who are going to really enjoy and get value out of it. And this is something that's not me, but it's just like coming through me for someone who really needs to hear this. So I'm not worried about, am I speaking slowly? Am I speaking too fast? Am I using a lot of like words in between, like or like other words? It's just like I'm just allowing myself to come, like to just like say whatever is coming up, because I know that there's something that's coming through me, and I don't mind if it's coming slowly. I'm just like really honoring my rhythm as my own unique rhythm and not judging it to be slow or to be fast. This throat chakra recalibration is also asking us to take a lot of rest, showing us that where we are feeling like just like pushing ourselves more than we should have, and where we need to just like now slow down and stop pushing ourselves and allow ourselves to take rest. So for example, let's say I've now got throat issues, and it's kind of like indicating to me that hey, like it's okay to take rest, like you don't have to like work, and for some time you can just like relax. And I was thinking, okay, so today I'm going to take off from like work, um but I still had like so many things about work going on in my mind. And what happened was, like, now my daughter, like, she also is staying with me, because she couldn't go to the daycare, because she caught up with throat issues as well. So that's like another invitation for me that hey, I know you've taken time off, but you're still trying to like go to work. Here you go, like, now your daughter is there with you as well, so now I have to make sure that I'm there with her, present with her, so I'm not like thinking so much about work. So like the universe is kind of like conspiring for us to like really slow down and take rest. Or I was like writing a script or something for something, and my daughter was like, why are you working, just take rest, my 4-year-old daughter. And I said like, this work is rest for me, like I love to work. And she's like, no, this is not resting. Resting is when you lie down and you keep your eyes open, but you just lie down and give your body rest. But you're working, it's not rest. So like the universe is conspiring and allowing us to know that hey, it's okay to take rest. Don't be in illusion or fool yourself that work, like you are like really enjoying doing what you are doing, so your physical body does not need rest. It needs rest to support or to integrate whatever our energy body is going through right now. So our body, it needs rest, it needs lots of water, it needs lots of sunshine, it needs whatever it needs, nutrients through food, healthy food, to integrate everything that's happening. And I don't know if you're noticing like sensitivity to sounds as well. And sounds, like, I don't mean like, yeah, it could be like literally different sounds as well. But what I really mean is, for example, the sound of a gossip, right? The sound of a gossip is very different to someone like sharing their pain, right? So it's really important for us to, at this stage, say no to gossip. That is really going to support this throat chakra recalibration in our favor. It's really important for us to say no to ourselves, to complaining, like constant complaining. And complaining does not mean that we are acknowledging the reality, because one type of reality can be seen from different perspectives. So the way you are seeing your reality in certain perspective, that does not mean that that's the only thing that's happening, because there are deeper truths behind what's really happening right now. So if we are complaining about what we are going through right now, it does not mean that we are acknowledging the reality, and it's not needed at all. Unless you can really dig deeper into what's happening right now, because everything is happening for us, not to us. So until we can say, like, look at it from the perspective of like, this is really happening for a reason, and that's what I'm going through, or that's what I'm choosing to go through, then please don't say this like, I'm like, it's just gonna change your life. Like the moment you start filtering what you are trying to say and say, okay, like I'm in the energy of complaining, so I'm gonna like pull back and not say that. How can I look at this situation from a really different perspective? Because everything that's happening has can be looked at from, if there are like 7 billion souls on this earth, it can be looked at from 7 billion different perspective on how it's going, what's happening. um and so basically really understanding the power of our own words. Our words create our reality, and it's not like just like a cliche statement. Like, our words do create our reality, they do. um and like, I also want to say that in this moment, like, there are a lot of beings on the other side that are supporting this recalibration. And I know that a lot of us like get really scared, right? Like, a lot of beings on the other side, like, what do you mean? And because whatever is unknown or unseen can be really scary for us, like, we will be like, okay, we don't know what's happening, so the mind will be like, let's just like stay away from it. But there are right now, like, for people who are doing like a lot of inner work, they are in connection with the beings on the other side. It needs a lot of inner work to be done to really like to go through our shadows sides, and to go through like lots of inner work to really like maintain this deeper connection with the beings on the other side, like to so we are really supported right now in this recalibration, and there's like a lot of help available right now. And if you don't believe in beings on the other side, then take help from people around you, like whoever is entering your reality, um in term like to really support and integrate all the shifts that are happening. So let's make most of it by really listening. And listening is always two things: hearing and taking action. Because without hearing we cannot take actions, and with hearing and not taking action, it's not of any value, it's only awareness. So it's really important for us to really listen what's like arising from within us, and taking care of ourselves physically through like the water, rest, good food, and also like emotionally as well. And in terms of like a behavior through, for example, um, no gossip, no complaining, really understanding the power of our words. um, yeah, so there is like, we are going through this major timeline shift, like the consciousness of the earth is expanding. It's a great opportunity to be on that new earth, right, where there's more integrity, there's more trust, there's more connection, deeper connection with each other, with ourselves, with the god, with the beings on the other side. There's more connection, and we allow ourselves to, we are connected with our own truth, and we are allowing all that truth to come through as well. And at the same time, we are also honoring other people's truth as well. Yeah, so we are going through, and I don't know, like, this thing is coming up where about really allowing other people's truth. And I really want to give you an example on this. So there's someone I did an intuitive reading for, and what came up for her in the intuitive reading was like, these are the few things that I received. I was like, okay, I'm receiving that something about the romantic partner, and I didn't even know that if she had like a romantic partner or not, a romantic partner, and about like letting go and accepting other people's truth. And she said, yeah, like, so I had this romantic partner like for a year, like we had a relationship, but um he has just recently come up and said that he doesn't want to continue anymore because he does not feel that I am that person. So yes, so I am really disappointed with all that. Like it's just like really hard for me to go through that. So you are spot on, like this is what's going on in my life. And I said, okay, so let's hear what the message is, right? So the message here is like to really honor other people's truth in the situation. And other people's truth in the situation is that the kind of life partner that he wanted in life is not you. It does not mean that there's something wrong with you, or you need to do something to change yourself so that you can be that partner for him. No, like you just be how you really are. And when you be who you really are, it's not what he like, who he really resonates with. So it does, so his truth does not affect, don't allow your self-worth to get affected from someone else's truth. Like someone else's truth is their truth. It has nothing to relate to do with like your worth. Like we are worthy no matter what. Like just by existing itself, we are worthy of everything. Like there's nothing we are not worthy of. Like the fact that we exist, we are worthy. And that kind of really shifted. She said like that understanding, it just like, I just like was easy for me to move on. And I didn't even, and when I spoke to her after a long time, she said like after that conversation, it was just so easy for me to like move on. And I didn't even like, I just was not, I just detached myself from there. So this is what I mean when I say like it's important for us to listen to other people's truth, because each one of us have a different truth and it does not affect our worth in any terms. Another thing that's coming up is like integrity. We are also being shown like how can we be like really in integrity with ourselves and others. Integrity has like different levels as well. So, and it's a huge topic too, which if you really want to hear, like I'll try and create another full video on this. But yeah, so we are going through a lot of throat chakra activation, and I hope this time goes well for all of us. I really wish that, and we get all the support that we need. We get all the right people for us around us to support this integration. And yeah, so if there's anything that I can do as an intuitive energy healer for you, please feel free to ask me, either comment below or connect with me through a DM on Instagram. Or if you know me personally, then of course, like don't hesitate to connect with me, and we can make sure that you make most of this for your highest good. Like our lives can change if we take most of this throat chakra activation that's really going on. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you spending time here. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye.